Okay, this is exercise 8D. As I say, I think you have unfairly and unreasonably dodged a bullet for this chapter. I don't think that 8D is really enough to get you caught up on the idea of person and number. I really think that 8B, the practice conversation here, in which a variety of persons and numbers say things to other persons and numbers, I think is excellent practice for the whole idea of person and number in verbs. And that also goes for 8C. I mean, having to look at that verb ambulatis and know that the tis ending is for you plural, for y'all. I think that's important. So I again going to urge you to go ahead and do that, even though you're not getting graded for it. But I know that's probably a stretch, but I got to put it out there. All right. Anyway, so I'm leaving the persons and numbers little chart up here, not the endings. I'll go back to those if we have to for the verbs, but I'm leaving just who these persons and numbers are anyway up here for now. So 8D, I'm going to give you numbers 1 and 3 this time. 1 is a shortish one and 3 is a longer one. So I think with those two, if you analyze the other ones the way that I do here, hopefully you won't have too much trouble with it. But again, this is, and also, yeah, well, actually, I'm thinking about it. It says use story 8 and the charts of forms on page 54 and 56 as guide. So possibly story 8 has roughly these sentences in there, but you'll at least be able to find parts of the sentences, and in some parts of it you'll have to think about it or look at the charts of forms as it says on these 2 pages here. But I'm going to give you 1 and 3, but I want you to always be thinking and not just copying answers. That is a waste of time, I think. Okay. 8D, number 1. We, the slaves, say, we are no longer sitting, but are working hard. So, we're going to assume that this slaves here is a subject, because this is sort of them saying something here. Servi, that's slaves, plural. Now, here's where we get to person and number. We are sitting. This intrudes into this main verb here. We are sitting. So that is first person plural. We. We sit. We are sitting. I'm going to get rid of the no longer now so we can focus on this verb here. Non yam is how we say no longer. So then we have to think about sitting. First of all, does this appear in the story? I don't know. I don't want to take too much time about it, but we are sitting. Aurelius says, Aurelius says, why are you, talking to the slaves, why are you sitting there? So sedatis is you are sitting, but what we need is we are sitting. And I don't know that we have that exact word in this story. I don't think so. But we do have, like, let's say we are preparing. Paramos means we prepare. The ending associated with we, or first person plural, is mus. So we are going to go out on a limb here and we're going to say sedemus. Not sedetis, but sedemus. Non jam sedemus. And then we have but. Sed. And then but are working hard. Now, who are working? We are working. So that might not be perfectly clear, but I mean, it's obvious that the slaves are speaking about themselves. They're speaking about what we are doing or not doing. We are sitting is sedemos, but we are working. The word for work to work is laborare, but it has, for this context, it's going to be labora mus because of the we. Sed laboramos, and then we have the working hard part. Strenue laboramos, and I would put that actually before the verb. I don't think it's critical, but sed strenue laboramos. So we are sitting. We're no longer sitting, but we are working hard. Okay, that's the shorter one. Marcus's sentence might take a little bit longer. Let's talk about person and number in this real quick. Marcus is doing the speaking, so we don't have to really worry about him. We'll just say Marcus says this. He says, "Why, mother, are you waking me?" So that's you singular right here. You are waking. And then he says, "It is not yet light." That's a different kind of expression. It is, well, no, it is light. Is that in this chapter or is that a previous chapter? It is light is Luket. We'll get to that. And then I do not want also must have been in a previous chapter. I'm just looking through this now. So we got three verbs. Mother, you are waking. You are waking. It is light. And I do not want. And that must have been last chapter, I'm thinking. I'm thinking it is. Forgive my delay here. Okay. I'm just gonna go back to the exercise. Okay. So three verbs, as I say. Why, mother. Now, mother. Well, case. That is vocative. Mother is being spoken to. So we're going to follow the rule that, for the most part, except for us, nouns, and people, vocative looks like nominative case. So we're going to have cur mater. And then we have to deal with this you are waking up. Now, how do we say to wake someone up? And that is excitare is the infinitive, but we have excitas. And why? I'm going to put the me in there for me. But to wake up someone is excitare, but here we have s. Why? Because it is second person singular. You are waking. And the s, as you see right here, is associated with you singular. This is why the excitas. It is not yet light. Non dum lucet. The verb lucet means it is light, as in he, she, or it. This is actually a third person singular, he, she, it. Thus the T ending here, T and T. And then I do not want to get up. You've seen the verb I do not want somewhere in the last few chapters. I don't know exactly where, but the word is nolo. Now, the word do not want, to not want, is an irregular verb. So it changes its forms, as you'll see as you go along in the book. But for first person singular, it has this O ending, as you see right here. O, right? For I. I do not want, and then what? I do not want to get up. To get up is this, surgere. Nolo surgere. I do not want is nolo. And to get up is the infinitive surgere right there. Again, another example of how Latin is very lean. Yes, it has a million different endings and it makes you want to scream sometimes. But look at how lean that is. What we require 7 words to say here, the Romans do in 2. And that is just because they were efficient and economical, even in their language. Okay, that's all I'm giving you for exercise 8D. You're on your own. Boo-hoo. You have 3 whole sentences to do by yourself, and you should have had to do the other exercises too. It really would have helped better, but this is what we have from VHS. So good luck, and you may need to contact me for this chapter. I'm not sure, or later on when you've forgotten persons and numbers because you didn't have enough practice with it. Then I'm guessing I'm going to be hearing about it, but who knows? Maybe not. Now that you've been warned about it, maybe it'll be okay. All right, take care.